Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of commentary. Also, happy holidays, man. I feel like I played myself. I said, you know what? And this is going to be the last time. This is going to be the last time I stay up to watch something that I feel like I already knew what the outcome was going to be. Matter of fact, let's just get into it right now. All right, so I stayed up late last night to watch the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley 2. All right, I stayed up late and I knew. I'm falling asleep, I'm yawning and everything, only to know what the outcome was going to be. And if you bet money on Tyron Woodley to beat Jake Paul, then joke's on you. You're a fool.
Who would do that?
Why would you do that?
Did you ever think that Tyron Woodley might win this?
His best chance was the first match. Honestly speaking, Tyron Woodley's match was the best match, the first match, and he didn't finish the job. So in this one, and honestly, when he was fighting and they showed him getting knocked out and the fact that he put his hand down, I was like, bro, you could literally see the memory fart that happened.
You could see, he saw Jake Paul coming at him and he lowers his hand.
Right. He saw the punch. He's like, ooh. And it's like I told you earlier, all right? Like in football, you can tell when the quarterback releases the ball, he throws the ball, and the wide receiver kind of looks at the defender coming. He's like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. And he gets so excited about his move that he forgets to do the simplest thing, which is catch the ball, which he drops a simple ball. And everyone's like, how did you do that? You had a touchdown if you'd have caught the ball. You had one man to beat. That was Tyron Woodley. And I'm not saying Tyron Woodley was close to a touchdown, because that fight, rounds 1 through up until he got pancaked on the floor, was horrible. And I'm going to be honest with you. And I know that you love that Jake Paul is training in Puerto Rico. But looking at that fight, he needs way more training.
Wait, stop. What was that?
I don't know.
What was that? I looked down for 1 second and I look up and you're like, I don't know about Puerto Rico.
I didn't say I don't know about Puerto Rico, because honestly, the best fight of that night.
You mumble something.
No,
and then
I said I know that you get excited that he trains in Puerto Rico.
Of course.
Yes.
We're known for our boxing.
Well, Jake Paul ain't
What do
it.
you mean?
I'm not saying he's misrepresenting Puerto Rico in boxing, because he's only been boxing for how many years now? 3, maybe 4. But just looking at that fight against Tyron Woodley and all the noise that he talks, like both of them in the fourth round of this fight, Tyron Woodley almost goes UFC mode on the guy and pretty much body slams him on the ground. He has to click back into it and is like, oh, I'm boxing. And I don't know, man. Jake did not look great. I'm going to be honest with you. And just like I told you, if he doesn't knock you out, well, I can't even say that now. Well, can I say that? Because Tyron Woodley, I feel like that was an accidental knockout, but it was still a knockout nonetheless. I can't take away from Jake Paul because it was a knockout and it was in the 7th round. But he was gassed rounds 1 after 3. 1 through 3, he looked good. After round 3, again, Jake looked gassed as hell. And yes, it's a different scenario. Okay, and also too, shout out to, what's her name? The Puerto Rican boxer?
Amanda Serrano.
Say it slower. Amanda Serrano?
Yes.
She is a beast.
She
is a beast. If you are a boxing fan, you need to watch this sister, because she's what, 42-1-1?
Jeez.
Oh.
She's great.
She is so good that the opponent was like, you could tell at the end of the match, she was just...
She respected. She respected.
She was just happy to be in the ring with this woman. That's how good she is. She was like, oh, just thank you. Many praise for punching me in my face. I was like, wow. She was like,
but also real professional.
Super professional and great. But yes, and still, it was a pleasure to get that ass whooping that happened. But it was good. Also, too, shout out to Darren Williams and Frank Gore. If it wasn't for the Serrano fight, that was the best fight of the night. They went at it. It was a little rough around the edges, but again, they're football and ex-basketball players, NBA players, but outside of the Serrano boxing fight, that was the best fight of the night. And honestly, I'm not watching another Jake Paul fight.
Although I do have to say, for somebody that's considered inexperienced in the sport.
Inexperienced? Who are we talking about?
Jake Paul.
Okay, fine.
His finishes are great. It's great to watch. He's just putting people on the... I understand.
Well, yeah, we all like to see a good knockout.
I understand they're not the most crazy opponents. Mind you, he's what now? 5-0?
He is 5-0.
So,
Two times against Tyron Woodley.
We will see, but I am not excited to see who's next. Because I heard something about Nate Diaz, and then I heard something about George Masvidal. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see Jorge Masvidal.
It's going to be like the same type of fight.
I don't want to see Nate Diaz. I don't want to see any more UFC fighters.
For money?
I don't want to see it.
For money as a business move, I think that's the best choice because it's safe.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see any more UFC fighters. I'm not staying awake anymore to watch any UFC fighters.
No.
I want to see an actual boxer. I would like to see, and you mentioned him off air. Who were you talking about, producer Alex?
I was talking about Ryan Garcia, but I'm not even sure if they're in the same weight class.
I'm not even sure Ryan Garcia is boxing anymore.
Well, that's what I mean. Like Ryan Garcia has not been active. Although if this fight gets brought up to him, I'm sure he will take it.
Somebody look up Ryan Garcia's TikTok and see if he's still doing things. What is he doing these days?
I think he started training back again.
Well, I hope so.
Canelo was like, it was like so much talent wasted, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, these young people, man, you never know.
He said it from a loving, point of view because he trains with him.
Yeah, he sees the talent. He sees it, but you have to want it. You have to go out and get it. But if it's not, who else would you want to see? Like, I mean, I can't say a name like Devin Haney. It wouldn't be fair to put a Devin Haney in the ring with Jake Paul. Devin Haney would have a field day. I don't even know any other boxer that I could think that just somebody. Honestly, at this point, I don't even want to see Tommy Fury. Don't bring Tommy Fury up.
See, Jake Paul is in the cruiserweight division.
Again, I don't.
But it's weird. It's weird though because the Paul brothers just fight anybody. You know what I mean?
They do just fight anybody. So but again, they fight anybody that's UFC or anything else other than boxing.
I mean, like in weight class, like they don't really have a. This is the weight class we're following. They're just like, I will fight anybody that.
It's an interesting situation to be in.
So Jake Paul, Ryan Garcia, if it makes sense.
I would love to see a Jake Paul Ryan Garcia. I would stay up for that. Jake Paul, make it happen. I would love to see a Jake Paul Ryan Garcia match. If you could sweet talk little baby Ryan into getting back into the ring, I would love to see it.
Wow, you gonna do that man like that?
Yeah, man.
He got like 2 kids already. You talking about?
Does he?
Man. Yeah.
Oh well, good for him.
I think 1.
We're just adding babies to Ryan now. I think he got like 3 babies. 4th on the way.
2 coming soon. No,
but for real, in all seriousness, I would love to see Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia.
I don't care for the Tommy Fury fight. I
don't care for the Tommy Fury fight at all, and I'm not staying awake to watch it. So again, I am staying awake for a Ryan Garcia fight. Why? Because at least I feel like it's someone that he's not an easy favorite to just onslaught beat Jake Paul, because I do want to see a good match. I want to see Jake Paul truly challenge in boxing.
Stop and be honest.
What?
Would you be excited for a Conor McGregor and Jake Paul fight?
No. Kinda. Let me not lie. I said that too quickly.
You know why? You know why I would be excited?
Why would you be excited? Because the amount of trash talking.
I love Conor. Yes.
The amount of trash talking is the only reason why I was like, hell no, I don't want to see Conor McGregor. It's another UFC fight. It's Conor McGregor.
Everybody else is like, they're gonna just say the 3 liners that they know. Conor is so clever.
I think Conor is a great striker, though. I think he's a really good striker. But then again, here goes my situation.
It's boxing.
It's boxing. And Jake Paul does have a little cannon on him. He got a baby cannon on him.
I don't want to see Conor on the pavement.
Yeah, if Conor hits the floor like Woodley did, it's over for Conor's career. He might as well just sell liquor for the rest of his career and call it a day.
It's funny because they had an ad for the the press conference before and after. They had an ad of Proper 12 for Conor McGregor, and it was hilarious. It was a Christmas ad.
We'll see Dana White in the ring before we see against Jake Paul, before we see Conor. Dana White would just catch a bullet for Conor. He's like, no, that's his dude. And
everybody else that's still signed to the UFC is his dude. Is his business.
This is true, but Conor is his that's his baby.
It'd be stupid for Dana to just start giving out his best. You consider his best UFC fighters,
and
to
they
Jake
all start
Paul
taking L's
to get KO'd. Come on,
that would be so bad.
It's not good for business.
It's horrible for business.
The only reason Tyron Woodley happened was because he was out.
Yeah, he's out. He's retired. It's over. But again, I'm not staying awake for another Jake Paul fight. It is what it is, unless it's a boxer. And I don't mean a Tommy Fury. So make Ryan Garcia happen. If you got some comments, you got some people that you would suggest you would love to see Jake Paul fight against, throw them in those comments. Also, too, it's our comments. It's our opinions. If you love the fight, tell me, please. please tell me why you love the fight. If you stayed awake to watch it, and I don't mean the highlights, you actually watched the fight, tell me why you loved it. Tell me why I'm wrong. Please, I would love to hear it. Because I'm just not I'm not sold on it anymore. I watched the fight and I just was like, you can hear it in the crowds. You can literally hear the crowd rounds 1 through. Did you drop the mic over there? What just happened over there?
The headphone touched the mic. I'm looking at you.
If you watch rounds 1 through 7, up until the knockout, they were booing the whole fight. Literally, the crowd was booing the whole fight. So it is what it is, man. Again, Jake Paul, fighter.
Were you booing?
I was booing because I was still awake. And I didn't want to wake you up, but I was low-key booing in my spirit. And I was like, oh, he got me. Jake Paul got me again. You played yourself. Thank you, Jake Paul. You got me. But that knockout was nice, though. He put that arm down and you put it right on the button. And it was, you know what, honestly, you know what's the other sad part? I had to wait for the replay because I kind of blinked and nodded off right when he did it. I was like, oh. And I was like, no. And I woke up and Woodley's like on the ground. And I literally faded off right before he delivered it. I was watching it up until that point, and I like nodded off, and I woke up and Woodley's on the floor, and I had to wait for the replay. So I was like, damn it. But, you got me, man. Jake Paul, you got me this time. That's going to do it for this episode of Commentary. Again, please hit that like and subscribe. And if you know someone who would love this channel as well, tell a friend to tell a friend. We can always use the support. And again, it doesn't do you any harm to hit that like button. So please do that and share it. And as always, until next time, peace.